Welcome to the front line of the transport revolution. Most people think 2026 is just another year for tech, but in the halls of HDIN Research, we call it the year of the paradox. This industry looks like a sci-fi dream on the outside, but we found a hole in its pocket the size of a crater. Today, we're auditing the $50 billion capital trap. Is it a commercial tipping point, or are we just funding the world's most expensive science project? Let's dive into the audit. Look at this number, 30%. That's how many people in major cities can now open an app and summon a ghost car. We've officially moved past the, quote, lab rat phase. In 2025, it was a novelty you'd film for Instagram. In 2026, it's how you get to a dental appointment. The lab is closed. The invasion has begun. But as coverage doubles, the stakes for the quote have never been higher. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. And by elephant, I mean a pile of burning cash. $50.2 billion. To put that in perspective, that's enough money to buy every single person in New York City a brand new Tesla, and you'd still have change for coffee. The industry is growing, sure, but it's like a teenager who grows 6 inches in a year but still can't pay for their own pizza. Scaling is easy, not going broke while doing it? That's the hard part. Here is the magic math that keeps Uber CEOs awake at night, $1.36. That's what it costs Waymo to move a car 1 mile without a human. Compare that to the $2.50 you pay for a traditional ride-hail. Once that number drops below the price of owning a used Corolla, the car industry as we know it is over. But look at that tiny bar on the right. Tesla is aiming for 25 cents. That's not a discount. That's an eviction notice for the entire transport sector. Waymo is the overachiever of the group. They aren't just driving. They're building a fortress. With 13 cameras and 4 LiDARs, their car has more eyes than a spider on caffeine. They boast 400,000 miles between incidents. In human terms, that's like driving around the world 16 times without even a fender bender. It's expensive, yes, but in this business, cheap can get you a lawsuit, while safe gets you a permit. Then we have Tesla. Elon's strategy is basically, eyes are good enough for humans, so cameras are good enough for AI. By ripping out the expensive LiDARs, they've cut the car's price tag to under $20,000. It's a high-stakes gamble. If it works, they win the world. If it doesn't, well, let's just say their liability insurance is going to be the most expensive thing on the planet. It's the ultimate all-in move. Zoox is the weird kid who's actually a genius. Their car doesn't have a front or a back. It's bidirectional. Think about it. In a crowded city, the time wasted making U-turns is basically burning money. Zoox just flips its internal logic and drives the other way. Inside, it's a third space. It's not a car. It's a mobile living room where you can actually look at the person you're talking to. It's the carriage of the 21st century. Politics just crashed the party. A chassis that costs $35,000 in China suddenly costs $100,000 the moment it touches U.S. soil because of tariffs. This is the geopolitical tax. Companies like Waymo are having to hedge their bets by moving production to places like Georgia. In 2026, your Robotaxi's biggest enemy isn't a bad sensor. It's a trade war. The supply chain is the new battlefield. We talk about the cars, but we forget where they sleep. These aren't just parking lots. They are MaaS hubs. They need 3 times more maintenance than your car because they never stop. Automated cleaning, high-speed charging, and teleoperation centers, where a human can, quote, remote in if the AI gets confused by a stray traffic cone. These hubs are the new, quote, gas stations of the urban landscape. No hub, no fleet. Here is the secret win, real estate. If nobody owns a car, we don't need parking lots. We're looking at an 80% drop in parking demand. That's trillions of dollars of land currently covered in asphalt that could become parks, apartments, or gyms. The Robotaxi isn't just changing how we move. It's literally reskinning the planet. We're trading parking spots for living spots. That's a trade I'll take any day. So who wins? Our radar audit shows a split screen. Waymo has the safety moat. They are the boring, reliable choice. Tesla has the cost edge. They are the mass market disruptor. And Zoox? They own the experience. There is no single winner yet, but the gap between the leaders and the laggards is becoming a canyon. If you're not in one of these 3 quadrants, you're just a pedestrian in the race. The million-dollar question, when do we actually make money? Our audit shows 2028 is the magic year for break-even. That's when the burn stops and the earn begins. By 2030, we expect the top players to finally be EBITDA positive. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The treasure is at the end of the decade, but only for those who don't run out of fuel or cash before they get there. The final verdict of our 2026 audit? Asset light is a myth. You can't just build an app and hope it works. To win, you have to own the whole stack: the brain, the body, and the garage. Vertical integration isn't just a strategy, it's the only way to survive the capital trap. The era of the software-only player is dead. Long live the full-stack giants. This is HDIN Research. Thanks for watching. Want the raw data behind these numbers? Our full 2026 Robotaxi audit is available for institutional clients. Visit HDINresearch.com or email our team at sales@HDINresearch.com. We don't just predict the future, we audit it. Subscribe for more deep dives into the technologies reshaping our world.